Welcome back to another episode in the Los Angeles Rams franchise. We're in week 3 of our second season with the new quarterback being Joe Burrow. Having a lot of fun with this one, and today we're going to go up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are slightly higher rated than we are, interestingly enough. Let's check that out immediately. I do want to understand what has happened over the offseason here. We have drafted, we have changed the face of the team a little bit, but not too much. Now, Baker Mayfield, superstar quarterback, leading the team. Jake Luton and Logan Woodside sitting behind him. Bucky Irving, we've got Justice Haynes and Le'Veon Moss, 2 rookie running backs. Bucky Irving is the one that's going to be leading the charge here. The receivers, Mike Evans, we've got Chris Godwin Jr., Emeka Egbuka, Trey Palmer, and Tez Johnson. Like the setup here, superstar, leading it mid 80s and low 80s, a younger player. Going to be danger over the air. Now, Kate Otten is out injured, so Oscar Delp and Payne Durham will be the 2 that will be working at tight end. Left tackle Tristan Wirfs, a superstar, 97 rated, just in school, sitting behind him. Dylan Riddens on left guard, Bradison and Raekwon O'Neal. On center, Graham Barton, 24-78, growing, being better and better every season. Braylon Moore, that's a rookie. Cody Mauch on the right guard, 27-81. Elijah Klein, 26-69. And Luke Gadecki on right tackle, 27-83. And Matthew Ferguson, 22-63. Now, a solid offensive line, good offensive weapons, good quarterback. Let's look at defense. Arnold Ebiketie from the Falcons joining here, and David Walker on the left edge. On the right edge, we've got Yaya Diaby, we've got Chris Braswell and Marquise Watts. Very solid edge rushers here. Vita Vea, the run stuffer, 31-94. Is he the best D tackle? Just checking. No, number 4, but still very dangerous with that strength, 98. He's going to be pushing our offensive line back every chance he gets. Kalijah Kancey, we've got DJ Jones and Elijah Robertson. There's actually not a lot of weakness in this D tackle room. When you look at it, Sione Takitaki, 30-72 on the Sam position. On the mic, it's Anthony Hill Jr. That's a rookie, 21-79. He's got a hidden depth trait and is going to be a beast, I can tell. Dean Jones and Brandon Smith being backup players here. On the wheel, we've got Alex Singleton, who's also very capable at shutting down plays. Servocia Dennis with the glasses behind him. On the cornerbacks, we've got Jamel Dean with the superstar depth trait, Zion McCollum, Benjamin Morrison, Jacob Parrish, Kyrie Elam, Josh Hayes, and Tyreek Funderburk. That is a name that is so funny, I can't even. Tyreek Funderburk. Great stuff. But nevertheless, Jamel Dean and Zion McCollum and Benjamin Morrison, all in their 80s. Don't forget about Jacob Parrish. These are all going to be pushing, and actually it's down to Kyrie Elam, so 5 corners in the 80s, 1 even in the high 80s. Jamel Dean, Antoine Winfield Jr., a shutdown free safety. Amari Farrell, that is a rookie. We've got Tyke Smith on the strong safety, 25-81, and Shaheem Brown behind him. Kicker is Chase McLaughlin, and the punter is Ross James. Alright, so how do we approach that? Well, let's focus. That's the first step, right? Let's focus. And then let's choose our best options here. I think a lot will be going over the air. I'm not sure I like this one. I really don't like this one at any given time. Angry Runner. I think this is one that actually gives us more of a benefit than the outside of the club. It boosts a lot, and it also improves the running. We've got Cool Under Pressure. We've got reduced effects on the quarterback from pressure and all that. We've got Happier Feet, which is always better in my opinion. So I feel like we could use this reduces pressure. I think that's going to be very important today. So we're going to go all out on these here. Alrighty. And then we will be looking at the training. Now, who needs custom training here? We've got somebody on right tackle. Ernest Green. Alright, so we're going to give Ernest Green like a full rest. That works for me. That just makes sense. And then here we're improving James Smith, Trey Smith, Smith Snowden, Ernest Green, of course, on the right tackle, Whit Weeks, and Emil Wagner. Now, keep in mind those two right tackles. Gonna show you something in a second. All right, why did I have you remember those two tackles? Well, we have some contract negotiations going on, and while we have no left tackles that want to negotiate, Steve Avila wants a new contract, and then we've got Kevin Dotson, who also wants a new contract, and Warren McClendon. Now, Warren McClendon, luckily, is nothing but a backup. I feel like we can get a similar rated or even better player for the same money, so I'm not too keen on keeping him around. In terms of keeping Steve Avila, I would like to keep him, so we're going to start negotiations here. I don't think 2 years is really warranted. We're going to give him a longer deal, because that pushes down the cap penalty a little bit. Just going to adjust. But now his interest level is not too high, so can we push this down even further? What's the difference here? 0.5 mil. Let's give it a 7-year deal. Let's see what happens. Offer is perfect. All right, so Steve Avila stays with the Rams. He resigns. That's great. Now, looking at the other players. Kobe Turner, 87, age 27. 3 more years, around 20 mil per season. That's a big one, but the elephant in the room is Puka Nacua. Now, 5 years, and that is gonna take away quite a bit from our cap. Nevertheless, this dude is all worth it. He's really interested in staying around. I don't mean to push this down too far. It will rise up quite significantly in his 4th and 5th season. There's no real way I can see pushing this down even further, so I'm just gonna make the offer, and let's just keep Puka Nacua around. He is an important player, and best receiver on the team. We still have 105 cap space left. Now, Omer Speights, 25.79 on the will position. Definitely want to keep him around. He is a fantastic utility player. There's no real thought process here. He's not all that interested, so we're gonna have to go a little bit higher on this, but I can see us doing that. Let's see. It's perfect. All right, so Omer Speights stays as well. That was important to figure out. Now, Kobe Turner, D-tackle, 27. Let's look at the position. Who else do we have there? We've got Braden Fisk here. We've got Ty Hamilton here. And we've got James Smith, who we just drafted. Now, do we need to keep Kobe Turner around? I'm going to say no. I feel like we could really keep the quality where it is with Braden Fisk, Ty Hamilton, and James Smith. So let's think about this one just for a moment. We have a lot of money, but still. Kevin Dotson. Now, on the right guard, we've got Daniel Falele, we've got Netane Muti, who could step in. I am actually thinking of maybe even trading him. Trading him for a good pick, and then just, going high, because we gave away our first rounders. So that is a player that I could see myself actually trading. Same with Kobe Turner, 27 is still good age, 29 scratching, where I don't really like seeing the players. Now, Kato Kohu, I'm going to see the kind of season he has, but he's just a very good utility player to have. We've got Roger McCreary, we've got Cordell Flott, we've got Kobe Durant. So I could see myself giving him like a really long-term deal. That's not going to impact us too much. We're going to be securing a really solid cornerback right there. Byron Young, that's an interesting one. He's 28 and 80. I feel like he is going to be leaving because I've got Josiah Stewart, who has taken over that position anyways. So Byron Young, I think I will be trading him without too much of feel bad. Now, Michael Mayer, I want to keep him. That's a no-brainer. I do have Terrence Ferguson. I have Colby Parkinson. But I feel like this dude is, look at the price. He wants to stay anyways. We're just going to bump this down a little bit. And we're going to keep Michael Mayer around. That wasn't too difficult. Emmanuel Forbes is a player that I'd really like to keep. You know, Kirko slightly higher rated, but Emmanuel Forbes, 25 years of age, just very, very solid. And again, look at the price tag. That's not even a, you know, don't even have to think about this too much. He doesn't really want to stay, so we're gonna have to bump this up a little bit more, I reckon. Rico Dowdle, yeah, free agent. We're not going to be renegotiating here. Warren McClendon, another offensive line player that I'm thinking about, you know, not really negotiating even. Mitch McCann. Now, we just drafted him. We could bring Jack Kaiser over or Weeks. So we do have options. But then again, I'd like to see what he can do. He's 23 years of age. You know, I'm going to give him a 2-year deal or maybe even a 3-year deal. He's so cheap. Doesn't really bother me at all. Let's just see what he can do. And let's just keep him around as well. All right, let's move over here again. Stetson Bennett, yeah, 28.66. I'm not going to be renegotiating here. And Ethan Evans, that's my punter. I also want to keep him around. He's just doing a good job. And again, he's not costly at all. Punters hardly ever really get worse. Now, can I be all right? I was under offering too much here. Jared Verse, we're gonna take the option here. There's that's actually a no-brainer. I will think about what to do with Byron Young. Kato Kohu, especially with Emmanuel Forbes currently not really being too keen on staying. I could see myself giving him like this deal. All right, so undercutting here as well. You can't undercut too much, but all right. Kevin Dotson, I think he's going to be traded. Same goes for Byron Young. I'm going to have a think about Kobe Turner. 20 mil per season is a lot, and he's not really a guy that I absolutely have to keep because I've got Braden Fisk there, I've got Ty Hamilton there, and with that said, we are going to be looking towards the game, and also the weekly war is just going to show you that real quick. Joe Burrow was the offensive player in the NFC, which is pretty cool. And here we go. It's a lovely presentation again in Madden. I really like how they spruced this up. I know I say this a lot, but it's just really well done. And it's going to be a Sunday night primetime game at SoFi Stadium. What a lovely piece of architecture right there. And it's an important one. We can go 3-0. And the Bucs tend to be very nasty on defense. Here comes the team in the alternate home uniform. And the Buccaneers get the color rush treatment. Really nice. Sean McVay getting ready to talk to his team. Now, I'm not going to be thinking too much about those trade options. I don't really want to be unfocused here. Let's give it a roll. Let's get another win here. That would be the intention. Let's start by running. Let's see what we can do with Karen Williams. Oof, hit in the back here, but number 42. We're gonna screen the third, the drafted offensive lineman. We're gonna go halfback zone weak towards the right hand side. Gun, let's go. Oh, there. Oh, 2nd and 1. We actually don't gain anything from that one. It was a trip up. Looked rather silly. And of course, you know me, we're gonna bring out the pass game now. Tutu Atwell. I'd like to hit Puka on this one. Wow. That happened very quickly. Yaya Diaby breaking through, getting hands on Joe Burrow. We're actually... I probably should play it safe, but I don't wanna play it safe. I wanna play football. Here we go. Stiff arm taken down, and we converted the 4th down, 20 yards. That's Terrence Ferguson. I can see him taking over tight end 1. We just gave Mayer a long-term extension, and I probably wouldn't even feel bad about it. Let's try crack toss. Those hardly ever work, but maybe they are this time. Here's the toss, and here's the crack, and here this one is actually gonna work out really well. Great tackle by number 31. That was good. Now play action post dig. Oh, this one is screaming interception. I would like to see if we can pull it off though. Puka was there, but he drops the ball at the last possible moment. And that is very, very frustrating, to say the least. Let's run at them. Let's go. Come on, Kyron. I need you to be great. All right, 3rd and 9. Well, that was not great. Weak flood maybe could work with the short. I've got Nakua on the short. I've got Johnston, Quentin Johnston, free agent, man. Oh dear, overthrown. That is not great. Not converting in the red zone. That is unexpected, to say the least, but we're gonna go for a field goal. Joshua Cardi continuing the Cardi party, and here we go. Yeah, that one's never gonna get old. Never ever. Let's continue. Come on, defense. Another field goal. Okay. Okay. I can work with that. I can actually really work with that. We're gonna get Mayer on this one. Diami Brown with a long run. And Mayer is going to get a nice pickup here. Lovely stuff. And again, Antoine Winfield has to come over and usher him out of bounds. A play action jet sweep is up next. Again, we're going to be looking for the tight end. Oh dear. Oh dear. And that is Morrison. 2nd and 17. I hate it when we go backwards. How did that happen? How did that happen? There was no coverage. Let's go with this one. All right, 3rd and 10. We're gonna set up a slip screen here, and we are entering the 2-minute drill. 6 and 3. I would truly like to get a touchdown here. I know that is super surprising. You would have never guessed it, but it is what it is. Maybe this one? There we go. And that is a first down, stepping out of bounds. That one just felt better. And that one just felt better. We're going to go with Diami Brown now. I haven't used him a lot yet, but I want to do that. I want to do it. He's a fast runner. A very precise player. Let's go Omaha here. Maybe try flood. I feel safer with this one. Let's go with Ashton St. Louis. First reception of the day. Can he go around them? No. Injury timeout. Who's that? Oh, that's Dyami Brown. That's too bad. 3rd and 2. Okay. Slants is the suggestion. Now, I feel like we could go with this. There you go. 1 minute and 7 seconds. Clock is ticking. Injury report. Dyami Brown. We're gonna use Nakua instead of him, which is an interesting setup. Play action post shot. One of my favorite plays. Tutu Atwell, but we have a fantastic safety to beat out there. Terrence Ferguson goes down very nicely. Let's not forget about the clock here. Pushing forwards. All right, first timeout called in the first half. 15 seconds is where we're at. And now is the time for some pass plays. Empty stick spacing switch. How far are we out? 5 yards. I'm gonna try this one. Puka Nakua. Dyami Brown is back in. There we go. And that is the touchdown that we were chasing. Puka with a touchdown, number 12. And I love the presentation. It's so good. Amazing. Joe Burrow, easy pass. But Puka had a lot to do still. A good catch right there. Well done, my man. Well done, my man. Come on, defense. Defense didn't have to do much because we get the ball initially at our own 30. Puka with the catch and the defense of the ball. Wow. That was tremendously important. Great job right there. I mean, that's the difference, and that's the value of Joe Burrow. That's why it was more than ready to give all those first rounders for him. Wow. I mean, now the big question is, do I try and get back some first rounders with some trades? Or do we try positional trades, get back quality? Second and 3. I mean, something that is... I've got 3 really good players. I would probably get, with some draft pick shenanigans, I could probably get first rounders for that. The question is, do I want that? Alaric Jackson goes down injured. That is not nice. But yeah, we've got Netani Muti, we've got Daniel Falele, and I can see myself backfilling with some other free agents. Kyron Williams, man. Such an amazing weapon. 8 rushes, 74 yards. Muscle cramps will return soon. We're going to use Wagner for now. And I'm not going to feel bad about it, because Wagner actually has a pretty high ceiling. Let's go with this one. Lovely stuff. Ashton St. Louis. I want to get him yards to make sure that he improves. He's a player that I managed to push from a 60 rated player to an 80 something rated player within one season. That was just crazy. Do you see what I mean? That's just high catch, still defending the ball there. Now we can go with this one with the spacing. Blocked. Wow. All right, 3rd and goal. That was unexpected. We're gonna try the spacing again. And now, 3rd time's the charm, and we are in. Ashton St. Louis with his, is it his first touchdown? I don't know. Probably not, but well deserved. I just love these storylines, you know, like an undrafted agent receiver, and he just gets better and better. That's what we're going to be aiming for, and we managed to get the touchdown number 2. Nice. Could have been a pick, could have been a slap or a deflection, but nothing happened. Defense was only able to watch. It just happened very quickly as well. Come on, defense. Come on. All right, defense does nothing. That's all right with me. We're gonna chew, and we're gonna be conservative now. I do not want to see any penalties. I don't want to see shenanigans. I don't want to see anything. Do I believe this is a good one? We're gonna try this. Yeah, this one worked really badly. that was a no-no. Michael Mayer Pukanakua. That was a sidearm throw that would have made Matt Stafford proud. Puka shows us the direction, and he can. He just got a huge extension. And to be fair, he's gonna be an important player. He is so good. He's got that X factor. Yes, he will regress at some point in time, but to be fair, I hardly ever get past 7 seasons in these franchises. You know? My dad of 3, don't have that much time to play anyways. Okay, 2nd and 10. No gain on the play. There we go. Drag down. Timeout called. That's an interesting choice, actually, to call the first timeout right away. I can see myself maybe getting past Vita Vea if we have a very good pass rush here. And yes, we do. Don't mind me if I go straight through, pick up another first down, and another timeout called by the Buccaneers. 14 and 17 from their perspective. 2:52. I know he's still trying to call it before hitting the 2-minute drill. Oh, timeout called. All right, 2nd and 17. Well, that one could actually pay off. I was waiting to go with Mayer, but Puka. There we go. 3rd and 2. Halfback zone week. Today, I can't really say if we are doing well. If it's better passing or running. I think both are pretty effective at the moment. Oh, that was quick. 4th and 2. Now the question is, do we risk it? I feel like we should risk it. We have the lead. Let's see. But I will make sure that I have maximum protection here. Gonna need time. Oh dear! Oh, no, that is not good. But alright. Antoine Winfield Jr. with an interception. And that could be quite costly. Come on, defense. 17-17. Okay. Ooh, we got lucky. We got very lucky right there. Let's try double cross here. We need to get into field goal range. That's it, basically. They have no timeouts. We've got a minute 10. And we are gonna be hustling. We are gonna be hustling. And that is none other than Ashton St. Louis, who's gonna carry it out of bounds. 51 seconds. Great pass by Joe Burrow. 2 touchdowns, 226 yards, 18 for 25. Wow, that was lovely. I mean, I'm gonna say it. I feel like Ashton looks a lot like Puka, also in how he plays. So I can see a lot of that in him. Let's get around him. Let's stay in bounds. Get that first down. Here we go. Let's change it up. Let's go the run play. There we go. 2nd and 9. I'm not worried. Double cross. Let's go with another one. Terrence Ferguson is breathing hard. But I'm just trying to get into a better field position here. We're going to let it tick down a little bit more. And here comes the timeout. Sean McVay calling that one. By the way, the sweater that he's wearing, I've got that one. And it's such a lovely piece of fan wear. It's just amazing. Joshua Curdy, that's going to be precise. We're going to win the game. 2017 made it a little bit harder for ourselves than needed to be. But nevertheless, good job by our defense. Good job by our offense. Good job, Bucs. It was a good game. I enjoyed it. Never really felt too easy. Never really felt too hard. It's just a really good game, especially for the neutrals. And I love the effort. Puka did very well. Ashton did well. Terrence Ferguson had a few great plays. All around good performance. Very happy with this one. To round off the episode, I wanted to look at what offers we would get for Kevin Dotson. I just offered him up, and I got some pretty interesting ones actually. I got Darnell Wright, 82 rated, startup trait, 25 years of age, plus a 7th rounder. I'm only going to be looking at positional ones, meaning offensive line players, and really a lot of interesting ones. Wyatt Milam, 76 rated. I do get that he's lower. Does have the startup trait, but I could use him on the same position. I do get a bunch of picks here for 4th and 7th rounders for 27, 29, 6th and 7th rounders. Taylor Decker's too old for me. Anthony Belton is interesting. 77, age 25, very similar to Wyatt Milam. I think I'd go with Milam here though, because he just looks a little bit younger, 2 years, and I think those. That just is better for longevity. Then Damian Lewis, 29, he's too old. Those are not positional players here. Abram Lucas would be quality, but he's too old. Rasheed Walker, 26, 82, that would be quality again, but again, it's not, I'm looking for a real, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this for a player that's really way younger. Personally, I feel Darnell Wright or, where was he? Here. or Wyatt Milam are going to be my best bets, actually. I think going with Milam has the most upside. He's 6 years younger. He's 10 points lower, so I do get that. At the same time, having a player like Darnell Wright, that could also be a really fantastic pickup. Now, can I take a look at the player card? Darnell Wright. He's got high strength, run block, 10th best right tackle. I could actually mix and match a little bit on the offensive line, I think. But I would have a quality right tackle immediately. 25 years old. Let's just take a look at the contract before I do anything else. Contract and skills. All right, 2 years, and then he's going to be out of a deal. And there we go. I was cheeky and added a 6th rounder as well to the trade because I feel we are giving up some quality there. But moving Kevin Dotson over to the Bears and getting Darnell Wright is just a win-win situation for both. I know Darnell Wright will be needing a new contract next season, but we're going to cross that bridge when we get there, and I'd rather give a deal to a 25 or 26-year-old compared to a 29-year-old player. Now, something that I did beforehand, I'm just going to show you that, is I moved over what's his face? Ernest Green. I made him a right guard. I moved him over here. He will now be my starting right guard, and on right tackle we will immediately put Darnell Wright, because that is just the way things should be going. I also have Warren McClendon Jr. That's also a player that I will be probably cutting. I don't see the benefit of keeping him around, to be honest. So there's that, actually. And with that, I think we have upgraded our offensive line, or at least kept the quality of the offensive line for the most part. I do still have questions about that left tackle position here. Looking at Alaric Jackson right now, so he's also a player that I'm actually thinking of maybe doing something with. But you know, let's not be too disruptive. For the most part, we are having a great start to the season. Look at the rush yards, look at the receiving yards, look at the pass yards. And with that said, I'm going to be ending today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do drop a like, consider subscribing. That would really mean a lot to me. And as always, I'm going to say thanks so much for joining me. Thanks so much for being here, making this special for me. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay awesome, and see you next time.